game review.
Indeed.
Okay, today we are reviewing a game called Dark Descendant.
Yes.
It's an indie game from
Yep.
itch.io from the developers called TeamSix.
Yes.
It's a group of students. This is a horror game that we played on our channel, and if you haven't seen our gameplay video, this review might not make much sense. So go check that out. Up there, there's a card.
There.
If I don't forget.
It's very hard to now.
So yeah, this game came out last week, and we're gonna be reviewing it today.
Yes.
So
Alright.
let's get cracking.
Yeah. So the actual atmosphere of the game, you start out in a dark basement. It was just it was very good at being creepy.
Oh
just
yeah.
The noises and the lights.
Yeah.
Everything looked a little bit moldy and abandoned.
It was a chilling atmosphere. You can tell that the game developers put a lot of thought into the atmosphere, which brings me to the level design. All these, there was really only one level in this game. I expect if it becomes a full game, there will be more. But this one level was crafted really well with different rooms and places to hide. There was a graveyard in one area, and it was all just really well designed and laid out, and it fit perfectly with the gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. The mechanics of the character within the game was also really good. Just the sprint worked well. There wasn't anything that I felt chunky or
chunky?
Weird. Nothing felt weird.
I think you mean clunky.
Clunky, the same thing.
Oftentimes with indie games, you'll get a lot of glitches with character movement, especially interacting with a game that has that many prop objects, but it worked out really well. And there weren't that many glitches. There was one big, huge glitch that kind of brought the entire experience down, where the main villain of the game, the biggest creepy factor, he would get stuck in various parts of the house and just be sitting there, and you could walk by him and it wouldn't trigger him, and that just really brought us out of the immersion, but we expect that that'll be fixed with
that
more.
Also may have saved our sanity at some points. If that thing had been chasing us the whole
but
time.
I'm not gonna say it's a positive because of that. Alright, moving on to the gameplay.
Yes. Alright, so the overall gameplay, at least what we did it in, was 35 minutes. And I am almost positive it'd be a whole lot longer if that one glitch had not been there. It was a...
Yeah. So that was with us dying, I think, 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
For various reasons. First time was we didn't understand how the game worked.
Yep.
Sometimes we couldn't find the right things.
Second time I think I ran past it and then kept going.
Yeah, for how much of the game there was, the gameplay time felt just about perfect. And if they add more to the game, I think they've got that down.
Yes.
And one thing that we really appreciated is that the game had subtle hints that would lead you towards your goal.
Yeah.
So, every object that you needed to interact with would make sounds when you were near it. So, in a dark environment like that, it'd be easy to miss things, but that really helped. Different things like that just helped us to achieve the end goal and not get too frustrated.
Yes. So, going back to the time, throughout that entire time, all the 35 minutes that we played, it was pretty tense throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
Even when I knew that it was stuck, when we knew it was stuck there, I was still, on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, the game developers certainly did a good job with making the whole game intense and paying attention to detail. There were little details like your flashlight could run out of battery if you used it too much, and the map was well crafted, and all of those little details that they put in before releasing the game really helped to make it a good experience.
I really liked a lot of the features. They had the hide feature. We didn't get to use that much, but that's a really cool idea. The
sound design was really good. When the creature was triggered, it was so obvious because the sounds would play and it just added to the suspense. And I think people underestimate how much sound effects make a difference in games like this. But I was a big fan of the sound design.
So, the story of the game, I think, was actually pretty good. They kind of described it as you went along. There was a lot of... They had the cutscene in the beginning that kind of gave you a rough idea of why you were in the basement of a creepy house. It was just pretty good finding stuff along the way.
Yeah, and the way the story's laid out in this game, it starts with a cutscene that gives you a little bit of information, and as you find more notes and different things, you are uncovering more of the story. And I would say that's not something that you often see in an indie game, but I thought it was really enjoyable and fun.
Yes, I think the notes that they had that hinted at the story were well integrated throughout the entire thing. in each room there's at least one or around one piece of paper that would give you like a quick letter from a kid.
Yeah.
It would kind of describe, like, oh wow, this was an awful house. And
yeah.
Then keep going around.
It was well integrated into the gameplay. It didn't feel like a separate thing at all. The one thing that we would say about the story is that the ending was very confusing. I'm not sure if they left off there because they're planning on developing more of the game, but it's almost impossible to know what happened at the end. You just see a little blip of fire and then the game ends.
Yep. So yeah, we probably could have also used a little more information on like how we got into the basement with the creature. Like, is there a dude that just trapped us there? Yeah. So yeah, just like stuff like that.
Yeah, a few more cutscenes could be nice, especially if this becomes a big game.
Yes.
Overall, though,
yeah,
we had so much fun playing this
yes.
game, and oftentimes we'll say this game has a lot of potential and it needs work, and while that holds true for this game, I would certainly recommend that you download it now and play it while it's free, because it was a fun experience.
Oh,
and despite a couple of bugs, it feels like a fully formulated game.
Yes.
So that's gonna do it for our review.
That'll be it.
Subscribe, because we play indie games and review them all the time on this channel.
Yep.
Leave a comment, even if it's just my turtle's name is Albert and he ate a snake named Albert.
Impressive turtle.
See you later.